beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. My name is Leo.
And my name is Andy, and today we're checking out the top 10 free runners on Earth. Shout out to everybody that's in this video. I'm actually curious to find out who is in this video. And of course, shout out to the homie Jimmy. Ready, sir? Yeah.
From free runners that focus on power to athletes who focus on style, there are endless high-level parkour athletes on the planet right now. However, today I'm going to try and put them into a list of my 10 favorite free runners. Let's go. Okay, so the first athlete on this list is Ed Scott. After winning a number of competitions, Ed has quickly become one of the most well-recognized athletes in the scene.
Big sprint coming in. Big super ball.
We'll get into Ed's competitive career in a moment, but for now we'll focus on what makes him such a good athlete. Ed is known for not only being insanely powerful, but also having a very diverse range of tricks under his belt. So this leads to Ed creating these lines that are very powerful, but also insanely precise and creative. Ed has a very athletic approach to parkour. He treats parkour like an athletic discipline. I mean, obviously he has fun doing parkour, but you can see a sort of professionalism and athleticism with his approach to parkour.
Big facts. It's the flippy poos for me, bro. Especially the side ones.
So back to Ed's competitive career. Ed Scott is a 2-time Ninja Warrior finalist. On top of that, he came first at NAPC in 2019, second at Art of Motion 2019, and second at the Air Whip Challenge in 2018.
Hype right now. Crowd letting them know they love that. People are literally speechless.
The next athlete we'll get into in a moment. Skillshare have very kindly sponsored today's video.
I love you.
As someone who has self-taught pretty much everything I know, there's been
skip it a little bit. Shout out to Skillshare, you know.
Of Skillshare.
Right.
Anyway, back to the video.
Right.
Exactly the same thing. Dirty ankle thing to start the day off right. Athlete number 2 is a very well-known free runner. Arguably the most well-known free runner. And that athlete is Dom Tomato. Oh my God.
Tomato.
He fully just disappeared. Dom Tomato is one of the most followed athletes on Instagram. He has about 1.3 million followers.
Facts.
Hailing from Sydney, Australia.
To be fair, the fact that he shows us so much love and support to this day still blows my mind. Just putting that out there.
Australia, Dom blasted onto the scene in about 2014 with his very unique gift of being able to dive front pretty much anything. Dom's dive fronts are unrivaled. And it's not like Dom has only done a handful of these dive fronts. He does them nearly every day.
Yeah, but
not only does Dom have this incredible power and physical durability, he also has the most self-confidence I've ever seen in an athlete. I made a whole video recently where I interviewed Dom about his approach to parkour. And he has this trust and self-belief that is truly inspiring to see.
sheesh.
Over time, Dom started to develop his technique and his control. And he started to do these really technical movements like Kong front precisions. So once Dom had this technique and control, he already had the self-confidence. And these two things met in the middle and led to some of the most insane things we've ever seen in the sport.
Show us the jump, bro.
Anyway, now over to America for athlete number 3.
Okay. I love how he's doing like a top 10 while he's parkouring.
That is Josh Malone,
freaking awesome.
Josh Mellon. Josh is one of the lesser known athletes on this list, but he has every right to be in my top 10. Josh is an athlete from California in America. And in my opinion, he is one of the most unique and stylish athletes in the game.
Sheesh.
Josh has quite an extensive background in sports like BMX and inline skating. And it's very clear to see that he takes inspiration from those sports and brings it into parkour. Josh's unique style of off-axis flips and grabs
What
really
the
stands him out from the rest
What
of the
the
team. He does these crazy flips that most other athletes would just never think of doing. And personally, I love it. It's really refreshing to see someone move the way that Josh does. I particularly love the fact that he uses grabs in his flips. And this is where you can...
Is it some of these moves that he's doing look like something you would do like on a skateboard when you have the board?
That's what he said.
He's using his legs
That's
and his feet like a skateboard.
This man doesn't listen. That Jimmy said that he's done
inline skating.
and he incorporates it into parkour.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna repeat what this man just said.
He said inline skating. I'm talking about skateboarding. I just want to say it. This is my reaction. Better yet, I'll just shut the fuck then.
see that influence coming from inline skating.
I can't. Sorry.
Josh is
my
starting to
reaction
recognize in the competitive
doesn't matter
as
right
well.
now.
Back in 2018, at just the age of 17, he won the Jump Fest Adult Freestyle. As well, he ranked second at the Art of Motion on-site qualifiers.
Big double croc. You can see he landed a little bit low, but he's got the style to put across. Oh! But he's taking them out super smooth. Oh!
Josh is really opening people's eyes to new and unique ways of moving. And his way of making these creative lines is just nothing short of amazing. And now for athlete number 4.
Okay, Giant. We see you.
Oh, I can't do it. It's too much.
Athlete number 4. This next athlete is arguably the fastest man in parkour, and that is Joe Henderson.
I had to record over this because I messed up a few times, but anyway.
I feel that.
Joe is an exceptionally quick athlete. He specializes in really fast A to B parkour lines with a large focus around ascents and descent type movements.
Didn't we
Joe
see him
has
in
this
one of the
insane
story
foot
videos?
placement and technique.
The rooftop
What
one?
makes him able to be so quick is his ability to be fast on
Sheesh.
rails and objects that most people aren't that quick on. And this comes down to Joe's technique and his ability to stay calm, especially in competitions.
And this can be seen by Joe's competitive career. I can never say that word right. You can tell I'm from Luton, I say competitive without any T's in there. There's a parkour competition called NAPC 7.
At NAPC 7, Joe was able to take first in speed,
Makes the precision much cleaner.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that finish!
as well joining for first in skill.
Either the judges were insanely biased, or Joe is just another level of athlete.
Jesus.
Joe also very recently did something very cool, which was when he went around America with his own personally put together tour. This tour was called Strong Minds Tour. This wasn't just a simple meet and greet, hi I'm Joe, and then leave. Joe developed a whole course on how to build a strong mind.
Okay.
Now on to athlete number 5.
Okay. Come on, keep going. You got this, bro. I believe in you.
Okay, I feel a little bit bad for this, because technically it's not athlete number 5, it's athletes. But there was only so much space on this list, and I couldn't not include both of them.
there's
Number
two?
5 is Benj and Max Cave.
Okay, bros.
Benj and Max are probably my favorite on this list. And that's because I just love the style of parkour that they specialize in, which I would describe as pure parkour. Max and Benj literally changed the parkour world
The
when they released their video
cavemans.
Cavemen of
Yeah.
Parkour, which I talk about in more detail in my video called Top 10 Parkour Videos of All Time. What Max and Benj did in that video was bring back A to B parkour.
Throwback, baby.
They do these like long A to B parkour runs, particularly on rooftops, but lately they've been bringing this same kind of attitude into street level parkour.
Sheesh.
Max and Benj have just become masters of stringing together really long and really
You're so
complicated
slick
parkour
with
runs.
it, bro.
But as I say, Max and Benj are two different people, and they do have two different styles. The reason I had to group them together is their styles just perfectly complement each other when you see them in videos. Benj is arguably more flowy, he's got a good amount of flips and just looks really elegant when he moves. Whereas Max sort of contrasts that a little bit. Max is just raw, like rugged power and speed. When you see Max and Benj in videos together, it's just such a treat. There's clearly some genetics at play here. They're obviously brothers, that's why they've got the same surname. They probably learned everything they know from Terry the Cat Cave.
It's Terry the cat who goes around town without touching the ground. Cave!
I go out training 10 times in a week. I can parkour anywhere. Just watch it.
And now on to athlete number
Got it,
6.
bro. We got
Athlete
it.
number 6 on my list is Travis Berkey. I never know how to say his surname properly, so I'm just going to call him Berkey. That's what his Instagram is, so Travis Berkey. Unbelievably, Travis is only 17 years old. His ability to chuck these insanely high-level flips into these super technical and precise lines, it's just amazing to watch. Pretty amazingly, Travis lays claim to a number of world's firsts. He was the first person to do a Kong double gainer, which blows my mind. He was one of the first to do a Kong gainer pre, at least a high risk one. And he's also done castaway pre's, which I think he was the first at also. Travis's ability to cram these incredibly hard tricks into these interesting creative parkour lines is what sets him apart as one of the best athletes in the world. Travis has insanely good aerial awareness and precision, which leads him to being able to do these hard flips amongst very hard lines. Being just 17, he has potentially a whole career in parkour.
Zooming.
On top of that, he very recently became part of the Motus Project's Flow team, which is kind of like their secondary team. I'll be honest here, I definitely think Travis should be in the full team, but we'll see where he goes in the future. Athlete number 7. This athlete hails from Northern Ireland and his name is George McGowan. Northern Ireland has this very small parkour community that seems to just create these beasts. They have this different style and approach to doing parkour. They're very explosive and plyometric based. This approach to parkour has led to George being considered one of the most explosive athletes in the sport. He's incredibly springy and it's almost amusing watching how he moves. He kind of looks like he's on a trampoline when he's jumping on concrete. After training in Northern Ireland for a number of years, George started travelling to train in the UK and eventually made it onto the Motus Project's team as well. George really stands out as a very unique athlete because of his springiness. He's able to create these really explosive and bouncy parkour lines that very few other people could do. His flip pre-game is on point, his plyo game is on point, and everything he does just looks so powerful. George was recently on the Motus Project's podcast where he was speaking on how he became so explosive.
Do you ever train strength training or anything specific for your insane power?
No, never. It's basically just down to genetics.
He largely accredits it to his genetics and the style that he trains, which has always been plyometric based. On top of that, he's only 5'6", and I think that kind of combination of being small and really explosive makes him able to do these kind of jumps that no one else can do. Athlete number 8. This next athlete comes from Poland, and his name is Christian Kowaleski. I think that's how you say it. His Instagram name is Freerunners. I feel like I've said this for quite a few of the athletes I've featured. I think Christian has the highest level of difficulty in his lines. Much like a few of the other athletes I've featured, he's able to put these insanely high level flips into these really creative free running lines. And he does it all so seamlessly. Like, he'll come up with a trick that I've never seen before and then throw it in amongst the line with like 10 other tricks just as hard. You can see this perfectly in a video that Christian made. And that video is literally called The Hardest Parkour Line I've Done. I think that's such an apt name for this video. In this video, he creates probably the hardest line in parkour ever. Some of the tricks he was doing in this are just next level. And the fact that he can seamlessly put together these super difficult flips into one cohesive line is just incredible. The line in this video was a submission for the Fight or Flight online video competition, where the winner, which was Christian, won $10,000. Not bad for 4 hours work.
Got it.
Athlete number 9. I have to apologize in advance for featuring 3 people from Stora. I couldn't not feature this guy, and that is Toby Senior. Toby, along with seemingly all the best parkour athletes in the world, also lives in Brighton in the UK. Toby is obviously a very high-skilled athlete. He does incredible lines, but that's not really why he's on this list. The reason Toby is on this list is because he's able to do things that no one else on Earth can do. This ability has earned him the name Rocket Man.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Some examples of what I mean by this include his insane Kong dive that he did into water. There's also his classic double Kong he did in Denmark. And quite recently he did a ridiculous Kong precision across water onto a small bollard.
How? Zoom! This man could probably dunk.
When Toby does these things, it's just shock for a minute or two of just speechlessness.
Toby doesn't do these kind of movements that often. They come every now and then, but when he does them, they just blow people's minds. Many of these clips end up going really viral. Like I remember that double Kong he did in Denmark just being everywhere on the internet.
Sheesh.
Toby is very much this kind of low-key beast. What I mean by that is Toby is quite unassuming. He's very humble.
Awesome.
You don't get the impression that Toby's quite aware of how good he is. And I think a lot of people like that about him.
It's worth giving a shot.
No.
Facts.
It might be within limits.
Facts.
There you go, a bit of an experiment.
That is full.
And it just came to me, I think Toby has the world record for the world's longest double Kong. Toby has also appeared on many Ninja Warriors. He's often a finalist, and I think they call him the Cigar Man, which I'm not sure about. On top of all of that, Toby is not just a great athlete, but an incredible filmmaker. He does a lot of the filming and editing of Stora's videos, including their more feature-length stuff like Roof Culture Asia.
Yeah, buddy.
And finally, we have athlete number 10, and that is Pasha the Boss, otherwise known as Pasha Petkins. Pasha is undoubtedly the most creative parkour athlete on the planet. Pasha has this like unrivaled aerial awareness. He knows exactly where he is in the air at all times. And this leads to him making these insanely creative lines. Like, no one moves like Pasha. He pretty regularly creates new moves every time he's out training. Like stuff no one else does.
What the hell? Bruh.
I think it comes down to Pasha's approach to training. Pasha's style of parkour is often dubbed as action comedy. This is the kind of thing you would see from slapstick comedians in the past, and people like Jackie Chan. Pasha's movement has a personality to it. When free running,
just casually walks away.
Pasha nails this. Pasha's lines have an expression to them. They have a character. They have an emotion to them. When you watch Pasha move, you usually laugh. And that's why it's called action comedy. It's funny, it's playful, and it's expressive. And I really find that unique.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing
we could do that, but not on purpose.
When you watch dance,
just play it off, bro.
Contemporary dance, it's designed to make you feel something. You're meant to come away with some kind of emotional response. And honestly, I don't really know many freerunners that do that. I personally think it's criminal that freerunners that do that. I personally think it's criminal that Pasha hasn't starred in a film or something. Much like Jackie Chan, Pasha's ability to channel character into his movement would, I'm sure, create an amazing film. But maybe when Hollywood has finished making sequels to Fast and Furious, we might see a film like that. I know I'm going to get flamed for missing so many athletes on my list, so be sure to comment below your top 10. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But if you want to go further and support the channel, you can do so by helping me out on Patreon.
Or by using my
Skillshare description.
Peace.
Okay, okay. Oi. Ow. Definitely appreciate this video. Shout out to everyone that suggested it. Shout out to Jimmy for creating this list. I noticed he also has another one, but it's the top 10 female freerunners, which would be cool to check out. If you guys want us to check it out, leave it in the comments below. If you guys want us to check out any of the other gentlemen that are in this video that we've probably never reacted to yet, also put in the comments below. Yeah, definitely enjoyed it. Learned quite a bit with this little top 10 video. So definitely big shout outs to Jimmy on that.
If you're new to the channel,
tell him.
I need you to subscribe.
Tell him.
Hit that post notification button.
Hit it.
Post on the video.
Yep.
And then like the video if you like the video for the boys.
Right now, like it.
And then don't forget to comment down below.
Yep.
What video we should react to next.
Big facts.
And subscribe, because 70% of y'all just watch my videos and don't subscribe.
We're almost at 9K. We're almost at 10K. We're almost all the way at the top.
And it's kind of depressing. Just hit the damn button just one time, bro. My goodness.
My birthday's in what?
Yeah, no one really cares, so you can't even have a watch. You don't even have a watch.
3 more days?
You don't even have a watch.
My birthday's in 3 more days.
How do you know when you don't have a watch?
Because I've been keeping
count
of it.
Remember to keep it simple, and we'll see you beautiful people in the next one.
Soon, real soon.